I think I've learned to accept what happened. You know, acceptance is always good. It's part of the healing process. Am I right?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I have come to terms that Real Madrid were just not good enough to beat Manchester City over 90 minutes. Manchester City were the better team. Not only did they create better chances, but they came out of the Bernabeu with 2 away goals. There's no shame in saying that a team was better than you. But Manchester City, really? Really Real Madrid? Out of all the teams in the world that we could have chose to lose to, Manchester City? But this is a performance that we cannot go silent about. When you're a Madrid fan, you always gotta have someone to blame. We love to point fingers, so there has to be someone at fault here, right? In this video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and reactions to Real Madrid's loss to Manchester City, where it went wrong, and what we can do to improve our chances of advancing to the quarterfinals in the second leg. I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting for too long, so let's dive in. Before I get started on Real Madrid, I'd like to congratulate Man City for their away performance. We're so used to seeing Man City fold under pressure when they travel away from home in the Champions League. Recent examples include their games against Tottenham, Liverpool, and Monaco, but this time they were able to grit it out and get a result even after going down 1-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. It pains me to say this, but I would also like to credit Pep Guardiola. In the Champions League, he's been criticized for overthinking his tactics and his lineups. Even when the lineups came out on Wednesday, a lot of people thought he was crazy, but his team grinded it out. They got the result, and overall, it was a great away performance. Congratulations to you guys, but remember, it doesn't last forever. So, where do we start with Real Madrid? I think a large portion of the blame has to fall onto Zinedine Zidane. Many people were surprised that he opted for Luka Modric instead of Toni Kroos in the starting lineup. If you've watched Real Madrid this season, then you know our most consistent midfield has been Toni Kroos, Valverde, and Casemiro. In fact, Toni Kroos has been one of our best performing midfielders this season. When asked about his decision to leave out Toni Kroos, Zinedine Zidane said he had other players to play and it was a technical decision. Well, how did that work out for you, Zizou? In my opinion, starting Luka Modric over Toni Kroos was a huge mistake. It's no secret that Luka Modric is no longer performing at the level that he once was. Toni Kroos has been a better performer, has been more consistent, and offers more to the team. Luka Modric, in my opinion, should not be starting big Champions League games. He just doesn't have the legs for it anymore, and Toni Kroos is just a better fit for the team. I also don't believe that Zinedine Zidane did a good job at responding to Pep Guardiola's tactics. Pep Guardiola made it a mission to neutralize the influence of our fullbacks, especially Dani Carvajal. A large portion of the match, both Mendy and Dani Carvajal were isolated during Man City's press and found it difficult to push the ball forward. I also don't agree with Zinedine Zidane's decision to switch to the 4-4-2 after substituting Vinicius and Isco out of the game. I think it completely killed the attack. We were completely lackluster, and before these substitutions, we were dominating Manchester City. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for Zinedine Zidane. I think he's been the best manager for Real Madrid in the last 20 years. But on the night, I think he just got it wrong. Where else did it go wrong for Real Madrid? In my opinion, we have no one else to blame but ourselves. Individual mistakes cost us this game as well. In my opinion, the first goal was completely avoidable. There's no way an experienced defender like Sergio Ramos should be losing sight of Gabriel Jesus inside the box. He should have been marking Jesus more tightly. In my opinion, he was trying to play for the foul with a slight nudge from Jesus, but I think it was a good goal, and I think it was a legal goal. Dani Carvajal. Do not get me started on Dani Carvajal. I don't know what it is, but I always feel like Dani Carvajal always has these moments where he just loses his head. Carvajal's tackle against Raheem Sterling was completely brain dead. I thought Sterling had hit the ball in a position where he was going to have trouble catching up to it. If Carvajal had just kept a level head and kept his cool, then we wouldn't have conceded the penalty that Kevin De Bruyne calmly put away against Courtois. The red card that Real Madrid received in this match was avoidable as well. The first mistake started from a Casemiro back pass, which was hit a little short. It put our defense in trouble, and Gabriel Jesus threw on goal. In my opinion, I don't think Sergio Ramos should have laid a hand on Gabriel Jesus. In this day and age, if a player is through on goal and he feels a little contact, obviously he's going to milk the challenge. I think Ramos should have taken his chances with Courtois saving the shot. And even if Courtois didn't save the goal, I think it's better to try to make a comeback with 11 men than with 10 men. So what can Real Madrid do to improve their chances of beating Man City and advancing to the quarterfinals in the second leg? In my opinion, Zinedine Zidane will have to be more ambitious in attack in order for us to get the 2 or more away goals that we will require to beat Manchester City. I think we should take the chance of starting both Rodrigo and Vinicius in attack alongside Benzema. I also believe that Marcelo is required to beat Manchester City. Benjamin Mendy might be a better defender, but I think Marcelo has the skill and talent to challenge Kyle Walker and create danger for the Man City defense. For Real Madrid to advance to the quarterfinals, Benzema has to find a way to regain his scoring form. In the last couple of months, he's only registered 3 goals and 1 assist. That is not good enough from our main striker. Overall, the task of going to the Etihad, scoring 2 or more away goals while keeping the Manchester City attack at bay is nearly impossible. I give Real Madrid about a 20% chance of advancing to the Champions League quarterfinal. Hey, you can't say the Kings are here forever. We had a good run, but all good things must come to an end. Those were my thoughts on Real Madrid's loss to Man City. Comment below on what you think are Real Madrid's chances of advancing to the next stage. If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. Thank you for being here with me. Until next time.